Hey there, good morning. Thank you for tuning in. It is January 31st, 2018. Down here in the basement in Phoenix, Arizona. It's a glorious, I don't know, I'd call it spring. It's like 80 degrees outside. It's ridiculous. But what we're doing today is we're going to be taking a look at our peas that we have been growing. This is our first attempt at peas. Pretty happy with it. Actually ate off of this one yesterday. I had a fancy bologna sandwich. It was really good. We got two of these trays right here that we are trying to grow peas on without any soil. We are using these little felt mat pads right here. They're pretty good. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these bad dudes out of this tray. We're going to set them up on another one, and we're going to harvest both these trays, and we're going to take you along for the ride. Hopefully we can speed that stuff up and then take a look at what we got. What we are doing is we are hoping for no mold and no other issues like that. Like I said, this is our first time growing peas. We did stack our two trays. I believe I did overseed, which I think it'll be okay, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what the mat looks like once we get everything taken out and pulled apart. And we will be giving these out as samples for some of our Microgreens customers. So without any further ado, let's pull this bad boy out of here and take a look at what we got. Nice, solid, fantastic root mass. This thing is huge. Let's see if we can get this over here. Got my hands in the way. Right, pretty awesome. Seeds dropping all over the place. We'll take a closer look at that root mat once we actually get all these peas off of it. But it is still standing up pretty good. The roots look fantastic. So let's cut on in and see what we got. Nothing fancy. Regular garden scissors, food scissors, whatever you want to call them. And we're gonna be cutting everything off. We're just gonna be sticking this other tray. Not sure if we're gonna need to dry these out or not, but we'll see what they look like when we get finished. So here we go. One tray so far, done out of the two. It looks really good. It smells delicious, like you would expect peas to smell like. They tasted like peas yesterday when I had some on my bologna sandwich. So it looks like we had pretty good germination. Delicious, by the way. See if we can take a look, knock some of the seed husks off here. Let's take a look here. Here's what we're dealing with. No mold. These things were watered twice a day, once in the morning, once at night. Pretty good germination. I still feel I overseeded, but we'll see what happens when we take a look at the other one. Could be completely different. The root mass on this thing is absolutely fantastic. This is great. Let me get this flipped over. Nice. Fantastic, healthy root mass. This is really great. I have no problems with this at all. It's our first trial run at growing peas ever, so that's phenomenal. What we did was I didn't weigh out the seeds this time. I just kind of took handfuls and tried to spread them around. Maybe one or two less handfuls would be good. We stacked them on top of each other, put an empty tray on top, put a real heavy fatty textbook on top to keep that weight down there. It appears if we had good germination. Everything looks really good. Super pleased with this. So let's cut into the second one and see what we got cracking. Oh, here's what we got too, by the way. Bag these bad guys up. Take a look here. Tray number dose had an issue in the middle, not sure. I think the lights might have been a little too far away from the peas, but let's pull this out, take a look. Same type of deal. Roots look good from what I can see right there. We'll get them all chopped off, and then we shall we'll take a look at it again and talk about what's next in terms of microponics, microgreens, hydroponically, I suppose. See if we can get a whole thing out here. Nah. These actually don't take too long to harvest as some of the other smaller things do, broccoli or kale or our basic salad mix that's got a bunch of radish in it. This is pretty easy. I didn't water them this morning knowing I was going to do this. So that works out fantastically because it's not too wet, it's not too dry, still smells delicious though. And now we have a ridiculous amount of peas, definitely overseeded in the middle of this one. I think they're kind of drowning each other out. Yeah, not quite as good on the germination and the growth, much smaller than some of the other ones that we've been cutting off. Look okay though. I think they're definitely edible. Most things are edible as long as you grow them yourself. Still looking pretty good, still not as quite the growth we would like out of the middle. Overseeding, maybe lack of water getting into the middle of these trays with their grooves. We'll have to see what the bottom looks like when we get that far, but needless to say, this is a crap ton of microgreen peas. I'm gonna have to eat some peas. Here's the difference in terms of what we saw from the middle, in terms of what's coming on the sides and the edges, much larger. Both smell the same. It was amazing. It's like I'm chewing on peas. Imagine that. All right, there we go. Let's take a look at the top of this one. Looks pretty good, not too bad. Let's knock off and see what we got here. Once again, same type of deal. But I think the thing that is massively impressive is this root mass. This is amazing. And you compost this like nobody's business. It'd be fantastic. Put back in your composter, add your own garden outside, which would be really good. So super pleased with how these all turned out. We will be doing peas again, but I think for our next one, what we're going to be trying I'm a little bit more hesitant about. We're going to grow some sunflowers. I hear those are known for mold or whatever, and that they recommend being grown in soil. But I'm going to do the exact same thing. I might pick up a bottle of hydrogen peroxide, 35%, somewhere along that range, and then dilute that down to a 2 or 3%. So we'll see. So if you're interested in that, you hit the subscribe button. Stay tuned for the next video. But like always, once again, thank you for tuning in, checking out what we have going on down in the basin in terms of our microgreens today. If you liked what you liked, please hit that like button. If you want to continue following along on our epic journey of exploration, that's phenomenal. Please hit the subscribe button. Questions, comments, concerns, always welcome. Please post down in the box below. You keep being fantastic. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you.